You know, the synthetic antidepressants work okay, but they have really bad side effects. Really bad, starting headache, insomnia, anxiety, sexual dysfunction. I mean, who wants those side effects? And the research has shown that when you take St. John's wort, you can have all the effects, the positive effects of an antidepressant, and you don't have these terrible side effects.
So I gradually pieced together, from reading a lot of the papers from the Journal of Orthomolecular Medicine, which vitamins, minerals, and amino acids work as teams and help the brain restore normal function. And then, of course, I read a lot of things about diet. So I didn't expect that would be a factor at all. But I started to change my diet. I cut out sugar, I cut out white flour, and I would say at the moment I'm 95% of normal, all through doing things that conventional doctors seem to scoff and laugh at.
Do you have patients who have gotten better from what would be a classical Western diagnosis of, say, whether it be schizophrenia or manic depression, where conventionalism says the patient cannot get better?
Oh, certainly, yeah. And I'm just one of the newcomers, relatively speaking, over the last 10 years in this, you know. Hoffer's files are tremendous.
I remember a patient of mine who first came to me having been delusional, had hallucinations when she was in high school. She had been an honor student, and all of a sudden her life was shattered. And I saw her 9 years later. She'd been through every drug in the book. She had been through alcoholism, street drugs, trying to find something for herself, and nothing seemed to work for her. And finally she came to me, and I put her on a program of diet and vitamins, and it was absolutely astonishing to me because I had a little skepticism myself back in those days. And within 3 to 6 weeks she started to feel a little bit better, just a little bit, just beginning. And then within a few months, she was almost completely better. And she had been ill for 9 years.
When I deal with people with mood disorders and schizophrenia, I try and make a measure of what's happening with them, and then I investigate them exceedingly thoroughly, because I find that the vast majority of people do have biochemical problems, which we can define, correct, and then they get better, which is really rather nice. That doesn't mean I don't use the standard medications. Of course I do. They're useful, but I don't pretend that they are the be-all and end-all that we're supposed to believe. No, that's just a sort of little crutch while orthomolecular treatment is starting to work.
If you had a house plant and it was kind of fading green, you would think, is there too much light? Is there too little water? You would look to see if there's toxicities involved or deficiencies. And we all know that. And so why do we lead with an expensive pharmaceutical agent when we wouldn't do that with our plant? We check to see the water and check to see what the light is. So it's not really discovering orthomolecular work, it's really remembering that that's what we should be doing all along.
You know, the statement is, if you eat a well-balanced diet, you get all the vitamins and minerals you need. And any intelligent person asks, well, what is a well-balanced diet? And the answer is, it's a diet that gives you all the vitamins and minerals you need, right? So you kind of spin out of this cycle thinking, well, I probably eat a well-balanced diet. And that is a myth.
There's not a whole lot you need to know. There's only about 50 essential nutrients. All you want to do is put together a program that gives you optimum quantities, and you have to guess at them because they're somewhat different for people, of all 50. And you have to start taking those so you're getting at least the basic material, and then see how many problems disappear. And then you maybe need to spend more time on certain people, like Dr. Hoffer talks about, the ones that require much higher doses for some reason, that are dependent on certain nutrients, or that need to be detoxified. So the approach is not that complicated.
The unexpected effects with nutrients are generally benefits. So I talk about side benefits. So when you give nutrient, vitamin B complex, for example, for a mood disorder, which it may help in many cases, sometimes it's